Candyology, where we talk about love, sex, and relationships. I am so excited to be back. Y'all, I've been slacking a little bit on my lives this week, but that's because I'm busy. I'm busy creating a couples game night at KMWI Media Studios, 6850 Manhattan Boulevard, Suite 400 in Fort Worth. It goes down on Saturday at 7 p.m. So if you are still looking to do something for Valentine's Day, you need to go to our link on KMWI Media or on Candyology Coaching Services and click that link and come on out and be with some other couples and network and have some fun for Valentine's Day. So, guys, listen. So, if you are just tuning in to Candyology, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Candy J. I am a certified clinical sexologist through the Dr. Rachel Institute and the American Colleges of Sexology. I'm a relationship and life coach, and I put the oohs and the ahs back into your relationship. But I do so much more than that. I do marital and premarital counseling, life after infidelity, dating after divorce, and one of the things that are near and dear to my heart, postpartum depression, because so many mothers and husbands or fathers deal with that and don't know how to navigate that. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart. But today I dive into another realm, right? If you know me, you know that I'm also a bedroom candy consultant, number 7021. And so today we're going to merge the two, and we're going to talk about spicing up your bedroom for the holiday that's coming up, although every day should be Valentine's Day. Okay, so listen, you may or may not be able to see some things that are in front of me. I don't think you can, but I'll be lifting up a few lovely items that are on my table. But guys, did you think I would do the show by myself? Lies. So I'm going to let my special guest and BK sister introduce herself. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Now tell the people your name, what you do, hey.
Yes, my name is Serena Love, and I'm the owner of Serena Love Dating. I'm actually a certified dating and life coach. I help women and men really find confidence so that they can begin, dating and getting what they want out of their dating life. On top of that, I also help with other things as far as life crisis. Anytime you're going through anything personal, I'm that accountability partner for you. I'm going to get you back on track. So that is what I do.
Yes, girl. And she does a good job of it. If you have not seen her on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, girl, go ahead and plug what your handles are.
Serena Love Coaching. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's all the same, Serena Love Coaching.
Yes. Okay. So man, y'all, first of all, being a member of BK,
yes,
a consultant of BK,
yes.
we talk to many different type of people, right? Right. And I'm gonna ask your opinion, right?
Okay.
So I had a client, right? Mm-hmm. She was at a BK party, and then she became my coaching client.
Okay.
Let me tell you why she became my coaching client.
Okay.
She liked to suck dick.
Mm.
Let me say that again. She ain't like to suck dick.
Okay.
And she needed a little assistance. Are there any pointers that you would give to somebody that needed to learn how to, suck on that penis?
You know what? Liquor always helps. No.
I agree. No.
But besides liquor, you know what? That's one thing that I had felt. I felt the same way at one point. I don't think you really want to do it unless it's the right person. For me, it has to be somebody that I really, really just enjoy sexually.
Right.
To really just want to go on at it like that.
So here's the thing about me, and I'm trying to share to you while I am. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's gonna post it for you.
Okay.
But here's the thing about me. I discovered at about 18 when I got my first real love that I love to suck penis. Oh my God. Oh my God. So as we grew up together, because we were together for 3 years, he taught me what he liked.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's actually what really opened me up to being able to be like, oh, well, every person is different.
Yes.
Because later on, you know, I got with somebody else and he didn't like the things that he liked, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he actually really took out the time to like, okay, no, I like it like this.
Yeah.
And kiss the tip like this.
Yeah.
And stroke it like that. And oh, don't forget to play with the testicles. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk to me. Tell me what you want. But you know what? A lot of times people don't like to, they don't feel like they want to teach. They don't want to have to teach anybody how to do it. But that's with anything in life. You got to teach people how to treat you.
Right.
You got to teach people. So
right.
Yes, you got to learn.
I mean, think about it. If we don't teach people how to love us,
they don't know.
How would they know?
They're not.
And this is why, you know, when I have a course called Be Presidential in the Bedroom. And one of the first things that I talk about is our love languages.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And so what's your love language, or do you know?
My love language is quality time and touch.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have something in common.
Yes.
My top two, like literally it was like 34 and 33 of physical touch and quality time. Yes. But tell me, what does physical touch look like to you?
You know, physical touch is different. And just like we were talking about, you know, with different people, you get to experience different things. So my man now, you know, he might just come up to me and just, you know, put his cheek on my cheek and just rub it up against me, you know? And for me, it's like, oh, you know, that's like, I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like a mating call. I know what you're saying, baby. I can feel the love from your cheek. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Or like when we're getting ready to, you know, if it's time or I'm ready or he's ready, you know, it's that caressing, you know, just touch, rub your hands all up and down me. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends what mood it can be anything, but I definitely love a nice little touch. That's how you're going to get me going.
Okay. So first things first, I'm a sapiosexual.
Same.
Okay. So intellectually, if you're touching me, this is because I'm actually allowing you to touch me,
exactly.
Right? Because you've already gotten here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, that's number one.
Yeah.
But number two, physical touch looks like for me, I want a kiss hello, I want a kiss goodbye, or a hug hello, or a hug goodbye. It's the like little pinch, you know, maybe you walk by me and you just pinch me, or like pop me on my booty, you know, even though I'm booty challenged, but it's okay. Or sitting and cuddling with me on the couch. Yeah. What people don't realize for me is I can go from 0 to 100 real quick, because that right there is just everything to me. I'm like, oh, you took out the time to go and watch TV with me and you didn't have to. And that mixes the two of quality time.
Exactly.
Touch,
yes,
right?
yes.
You
That's so
made
important.
Time for me.
You made time for me.
Oh,
and you're doing what I want to do. You know, you're not making me do something you want to do, but we're doing something I like to do.
And I mean, don't get it twisted, y'all. I cater to whoever I'm with, right?
Of course.
But when you open up that love language for me, you can get whatever you like.
You can have whatever you like. I'm trying to tell you. Just love me and I'm going to take care of you.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you there.
My goodness. And then, like you mentioned, when it's time to have sex, I am... just touch me first, and which brings me to the first thing that I'm going to pull out. Okay. Oh, I think you have it. You have it.
Which one? What do I have?
Unwind the candle. Okay. Oh my goodness. So you want to talk about it for me?
You know what? Unwind is one of my favorite items on the bedroom candy line, just because it serves two purposes. So it smells good, right? And then it's a candle. Obviously, who doesn't love a good smelling candle? But also, as it burns and turns into a massaging oil. So, you know, as we set in the mood, you know, once it done got liquefied, I can go ahead and dip my finger in there, just rub it, and just start massaging my man up and down. You know what I'm saying? So it serves multiple purposes. That's what I love about it.
And so let me tell you, too, Unwind is a CBD candle, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and it smells like lavender. And so if you know anything about lavender, it's already having that calming agent, and then you add the CBD in there.
You set the mood.
You relax. In the mood.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. Before we added a whole bunch of other stuff, this has always been my favorite toy on the line. And let me tell you why.
Okay.
It's called Make Me Over, right? Make me over.
That sounds like a Christian song.
Right. I mean, I'm sure that I was singing his praises by the time he got done. However,
I'm sure you did. Oh my goodness, I can't.
Lord, make me over.
Make me over, Lord. Oh my God.
If y'all have never watched this show before, y'all, I am a PK. So excuse my Jesus references because I do love Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
But Make Me Over looks like a compact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it comes in this beautiful case that already looks like, a compact, right? But I call this the full coverage toy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you add that little candle, which turns into oil, and you drizzle it all over their body, all over your body, right? But then, I mean, it's meant for other places. But I'm starting with my neck, and you can work down to my nipples and my tummy and my thighs and the back of my knees. Did you know? Ooh, are you a back of the knee person? Oh,
no. I don't know. Who would have ever thought to
go try? I swear to God, go try it with either Make Me Over or Bewitch Me is out now. It's out of stock now. I mean, it's discontinued. What's the other one that I would use? Make Me Over, Bewitch Me, or I'm going to think of it in a second. But like the back of your knees is like a little ticklish spot, kind of. But it's a turn on. Oh. But you kind of have to be into tickling too.
Okay.
To like really.
See, I'm not into tickling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It doesn't stop my man from tickling me though. But I don't like I don't like to be tickled.
Girl, oh my goodness. Is it the control thing? Because you can't control like your body and your reactions to it? Is that what it is?
Oh, I cannot tell you what it is. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's too much. It's like too intense for me. It's just too much ticklish. I don't know.
I mean, I understand. I get it. But so what does it for you? Like, if you had to think of only one thing that does it for you in physical touch part of you when it's time to have sex, what does it for you?
Nipple stimulation. Nipple stimulation is going to be my favorite of them all. And don't just play with it. Don't just play around with it. Like, I want you to bite that thing. I want you to be mean to me in that moment. I know that's crazy, but I'm just saying that's what get me going.
So you want them to bite or you don't want them to
bite? I want you to bite it. I want you to bite it, please.
Oh, yes. So do you like our dog collar with the nipple clamps?
I haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried it yet. Okay. I've never even thought to even try it.
Yes, because first of all, it gives you that like slight choking motion. Because I honestly, like, there's plenty of people that practice BDSM, but if you're going to practice BDSM, please go through somebody that you actually have taught, someone that teaches you and is certified in it. Because if you choke somebody the wrong way, you're actually hurting them, right?
Yeah.
And you can break their trachea, all of that. I've just seen a lot happen. So, but with our dog collar, it's a gentle little
safe.
It's a safe space, right?
Okay.
So it gives a little pressure.
Okay.
It's not that much. It's just teeny,
just a little bit.
Right?
That's all we want. Just a little bit.
I wish I had brought it on, but then you can pull that dog collar, right? And it's attached to your nipples.
Ooh.
So, I
might have to order that, child. Yes, that sounds like my speed.
Ooh, and you can adjust the pinch.
Okay.
Not too hard, not too soft.
Yeah,
whatever, however you want it. But if you're gonna adjust the pinch, tell me you've tried it. Please tell me.
What is this?
Kiss and Tingle. Oh my God.
Let me see.
Ooh. Jesus. It's so Kiss and Tingle, guys, it's for these lips on my face and your nipples.
Okay, yes, I have tried this because we put this other places too.
Okay. Well, I mean, yes and no. I wouldn't recommend it because of the sugar content, but to each his own.
Right.
Because I have something else for that. But
something for everything.
But when you ignite your nipples with that, and then you have that dog collar on with the nipple clamps.
Okay, I'm going all the way.
When you like that nipple stimulation, because did you guys know that we can have an orgasm through our nipples. Oh, I'm sorry. I just broke the mold right there.
I think you just let them in on the secret because I didn't know that. I did not know that.
So you mean I'm teaching today?
Yes, teach me.
Girl. So, we have so many types of different orgasms, right? But one of my favorites is definitely nipple. I can seriously come without being any type of other stimulus going on except my nipples.
But do you think everybody is capable of that?
I do, but it's mental, right?
You're right. Everything is mental. That's your biggest sex organ.
Right. Hello? And so if you don't open up your mind and allow those things to happen.
That's true.
Then
that is true.
It's not gonna, but to each his own, right? Because I discovered this at an early age that nipples were my thing. Then again, my breasts have always been a thing because I'm a 46G. Yeah. I've always had big breasts. Yeah. So men were always attracted to.
They love breasts. Yeah, they love it. They love them.
So
then you got one thing. You can't have it all, but you got the breast.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret when we get off the show. So I can't let everybody in.
Okay.
But you were talking about you put that in other places. Now here's the thing. There's the thing. And you've shadowed me before.
I have.
So you know how I'm about to do this right here. Okay, remember I said, y'all, again, if you're just tuning in, we are talking about S.P.I.C.E with Miss Serena Love, and she's a dating and life coach. You know who I am, Candy J, certified clinical sexologist, relationship coach, life coach. Marriage weekend coach, Mocha marriage facilitator. Okay, anyway, this is the start of marriage week to y'all. So be looking for all my lives. But this right here. Oh,
I already know
it. Jesus. Oh God.
The stimulation.
We magnify your name. Because this is called Enthrall Me. Now, first of all, it used to be the best $10 that you could, but we went up by $2. So it's now $12. Okay, guys? But it's a clitoral stimulation. And when I tell you, it goes on these lips. It goes on your nipples. It goes on your clit. Yeah. It goes on that vulva. And ladies and gentlemen, it can go on the head, and I'm gonna pick this up real quick. It goes on the head of his penis, okay, where all the nerve endings are, guys. And let me just say, first of all, it tingles. That's the great thing. But second of all, y'all, just when you think it's gone, right? It comes back in waves and it shocks your whole body and sends that orgasm to a whole nother level. Now, I know you've experienced this. Please tell me.
I have indeed. I love it.
So testify. Please just testify.
Listen, let me tell you. Now, it's my favorite on my nipples, obviously, because I talked about the nipple stimulation. I don't necessarily use it down there, but my nipples, once they get to pulsating, it's time to go. It's time to go every single time. So I just need a little bit of it. I don't even need to put it down there on my lips.
Right.
It's just all up in here.
At all.
Because that might be too much.
But so, girl, I don't know, because I like everything stimulated. You know,
you said no such thing is too much. No such thing.
Now, of course, like I said, everybody's different, right? But I don't mind being all the way stimulated, all everywhere.
You don't mind?
Just give it all to me.
For me, it's like, okay, I need to focus on one spot.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to focus on one spot, because if I have too much stimulation, I can't focus on coming. So I need just one form of stimulation, okay? Let me focus.
She said, it's too much. It's too
much. Just one. Just do one.
Okay. I can understand.
You can understand? Right? Okay. I gotta focus.
Because it will send you to the moon, and then you might not be able to come back.
I need to come back. I need to be able to come back.
I get it. Oh.
And do stuff afterwards. I to function afterwards.
Okay, so at the beginning of this, you were talking about you used to be one of those people that didn't like to suck penis, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we have this wonderful contraption.
This is my favorite.
It is probably my favorite couple's toy besides the panties. And I didn't bring the panties out today. But let me just show y'all.
Show them.
It's called Helping Hand.
Mm.
Ooh, Trisha, can you get a paper towel? I forgot to get one. Thank you so much. That's our off-site producer, y'all. Mm-hmm. And the owner. And if you've seen the pictures on Facebook, they got married. So on December 25th. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to them.
Woo! But listen. Can you see it? Can you? I know you can. Okay. And you probably can see it dripping. It's definitely dripping. Thank you so much, my love. So listen.
We like the drip.
First of all, this is called vitamin D plus. Okay. If you were watching with anybody that should not be watching, then you might want to turn this off for a second. But vitamin D plus is definitely on our line. He is 9 inches tall, 8.5 insertable. He suctions to the wall, okay, to the bathtub, wherever you want to suction him to, okay.
To the
headboard, if you still have those type of headboards that can suction. So if you see that glided, right on.
Yes.
Right on. So if you don't like to suck penis, right, this means that you can lick the tip and be putting that pressure on the shaft of his penis. Now listen, you want to make sure, especially if he's massive like this, that you use enough lube. Like you see, I'm struggling just a little bit because I didn't put enough lube in here. So you always want to make sure that you don't give these babies carpet burn.
No. No, not the carpet burn. Oh, baby.
Indian burn.
Ooh.
Whatever you want to call it. But like he just, yeah. So now that I've got him 2 lubes, it's kind of, whatever. But so you can squeeze and hold down the shaft of his penis. And here's the great thing that I like. And again, we talking about spice, right? So, if you are not ready to, do anything and you want to go ahead and get him to the point where he's going to spew all his yummy good stuff, and you don't like to take it in the mouth, right? I don't know your business. I'm not in your bedroom, okay? But so if you don't want to take that in your mouth, you can pull him all the way up here and pull that out and let him come on and ejaculate in there and go about your business. Turn this thing inside out, put it in the sink, wash it, get you some our antibacterial cleaner and use that again. Okay. So
let me tell you, I have used it.
Yes.
It is one of my very favorite toys on the line, even though it isn't personally for me. Yes, but I was telling her earlier, it saves me so much time, right? It saves me so much time. And what I like to do is I actually like to use the blindfold. I like to use the blindfold and I like to blindfold him. So that's, naturally going to increase those senses, that touch sense, since you're taking one sense away, right? And then I'm going to put that lube on him and then I'm going to use that helping hand. I'm just going to massage it. And, it feels so good to them because it has that ribbed inside for them. So they're just pleasure. It's just pleasure for them. And you can go as fast as you want, as slow as you want. It's just, up to you what the mood is, what the vibe is. But I promise you, you won't be gagging. And that's the gag.
So listen, y'all see me, right? Y'all been seeing me dancing while she's talking. I'm listening to everything she's saying, right? But I'm that person that when you blindfold them, I'm goofy, okay? And I think that the bedroom should be spontaneous and fun and all of that, right? Yeah. So when you blindfold me, I'm doing all silly stuff. And you like, baby, come here. Let me lead you. And I'm like, okay.
A goofball. A goofball.
I am a goofball. I mean, it doesn't have to be all serious business. And I think that that's what a lot of people miss out on and get so nervous and have anxiety about is because you're supposed to be having fun.
You should be having fun. I like to have fun. And it's funny because I might crack a joke in the middle of, in the middle of having sex. Hopefully it doesn't throw the mood off. Sometimes it does accidentally. But for the most part, if I am making love, I want to be able to express every emotion anyways. And to be honest with you, I'm that person after my orgasm, I laugh hysterically. I don't know. I don't know why, but that's
but you would be surprised that that's actually one of the natural reactions.
Really?
To laugh, to cry, guys. So don't think she's psycho. Don't think she's psycho if she starts to cry.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't do that.
To cry, to shake, all of those things are natural. Actually,
they are.
So, like, one of my very dear friends, she was just like, "Oh my God. Like, I can't stop laughing when I come. I don't understand." And I said, just calm down. It's natural.
Yeah. But the funny part is before the partner that I have now, my man now, Melvin, hey baby. But before him, I didn't experience that after I came, to be honest with you. And I didn't come as much either. And that's where that's where having that connection, the right connection comes in with the right person, but also being in tune with your mate and knowing what they like, So I think that's been the biggest change for me. But before, I met him, no, I didn't come and laugh. That didn't happen. So when it started to happen, it was like, what the hell? What is going? What's going on? But it just makes sex that much more enjoyable because it's like I get to feel like this intense, loving moment, but at the same time, I'm just laughing my ass off, and he love it, and that's his goal.
Aww,
that's his goal.
That's so sweet.
But
he gets you.
He gets it, but then he don't like to stop it, and then I have to do a backflip over the mattress like a ninja, to get him to go on by his business so I can get away.
She did a backflip off the mattress.
Because he'll just keep on going. I'm like, wait a minute, child. Wait a minute. You taking me too fast now.
Oh, my God.
Gotta get away.
Okay. You got me laughing. Okay, so have you run into anybody that has had issues with libido or erectile dysfunction or staying on?
Well, not me personally, but I do know of other people who do, suffer with it. And it's something that's unfortunate because a lot of people have it and don't even know it or don't want to go see about it or, are afraid to admit it. But I hate that because there are so many other options out there, One of the first being just taking care of yourself, just maintaining a healthy lifestyle, working out, making sure you're eating healthy. We don't like to do that. But as we're getting older into our 30s and 40s, it is so important that we take care of ourselves, even as women. And as we do that, that allows us to be able to have that amazing sex life, because just, working out in and of itself, that helps with your orgasms as well. That gives you the energy, to even go at it. So I always encourage people, if that is an issue, to go ahead and start working out, right? Go ahead and start taking care of yourself.
Absolutely. I'm never afraid to use myself. So like, I always have a very high sex drive. Like I'm on 2000 all the time, right?
Same.
But like over this COVID season, because I used to dance 7 days a week. So I was a dancer at church. I was a dancer with my aerobics instructor, hip hop crew, and all of that kind of stuff. So COVID, I haven't danced in almost 2 years. Like I can make it to sporadic things, but also they closed down the baby gym. Yeah. So without a babysitter, right, I can't go.
That makes it hard.
And so I noticed in my sex drive, I was still high, but I could feel the difference of me being on 2,000 versus me being on 1,000. Yeah. Right. I could feel it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, and I'm not eating right. Because you stuck in the house, so I felt it. And so like, I've been doing little things at the house, to make sure that I get my exercise in, but
30 minutes is all it takes. You'd be surprised at how big of a difference 30 minutes a day can make just on the treadmill walking. That's one way that I started my my health journey a couple years ago. Just 30-minute walking. And as you start to do that more, you're like, okay, maybe I can do 45 minutes. Okay, maybe I can do an hour. Or you find an activity that you like. I'm not a gym person. I really don't like going to the gym, but I do have a pole at the house. I like to get on that pole and spin around. That's fun to me. Or walking or getting on a cycle, you have to find things that you actually like.
Excuse me. See, I already knew this information, but she thought I was just going to like slide that by. Right? You have a pole in your house.
I do have a pole at the house. I do.
How did that come about?
So, when I was going through my divorce about 3-4 years ago, I needed to get back in shape, right? Because the thing about it is, it's easier to leave a man when you know that you can get another one. I'm just keeping it real. Because if you feel like you're not going to attract another man, that's going to keep you from leaving a bad situation. So that's the first thing I say. If you think about leaving your man, get in that gym first, okay? Because that's going to give you the confidence to go ahead and go about your day. Right. So anyways, I was, trying to get back in shape, and I was just kind of like looking for a way to work out, to get active, but not the gym, because I don't like the gym. So I just got on Groupon, and I seen that it was a pole, class, and I took it, and I really enjoyed it. They had twerk class, they had all kind of stuff, different classes, and I really enjoyed it. And once I got a home, once I bought my own home, I'm like, that's what I'm gonna put. I'm gonna wait till I get a house. I'm gonna put a pole in my house. Girl magic. Yes, I'm gonna put a pole in my house. And I had a lot of people like, because I have 2 boys, I have 2 sons, King and K babies. But like they gonna be watching. But I have 2 boys, and people are like, what? Why do you have a pole? And they're kids. What do you feel about that? But to be honest with you, it's an exercise. It is an exercise. Right. People use it to exercise, to gain muscle strength, to gain core strength. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it really does help. And so I don't mind them knowing that. Is it a stripper pole? Yes. It's whatever you want to call it. But I use it for fitness. Right. And they know that I use it they see me use it for fitness. Right. So I'm comfortable with that. And to be honest with you, they're going to see a pole one day. So they might as well be at the house.
And my thing is like, let's first of all, let's normalize it. They're fitness pole classes. Mm-hmm. That's what they are called. Yeah. I don't care what you call it, but it's called a fitness pole, right? Mm-hmm. And so one of the reasons why I definitely knew she had a pole was because I do pole dancing, right? So I'm actually I'm trying to do it for my birthday too, earlier on in the day, because we have a party going on here, of course, that you can definitely come on and party with us.
I need to come.
Girl, yes. Mm-hmm. But I took a pole class and I took a twerk class, and I fell in love. And this was when it wasn't even popular, like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
maybe.
That definitely
it wasn't even popular then. And for those that you are not a believer, it takes a lot to twerk. Okay, a lot. It is core strength. It is leg strength. Pole is upper body strength. Yes, so you like working these arms out. When you're done, when you're off, once you do an actual workout on the pole, you are surprised the next day at how sore you are, and how much it takes for you to really just lift your own weight. It's crazy, but it's so much fun once you get the hang of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm rusty now because I haven't been in like at least 2 years. I think 2 years. So
it's time to get back in there. It's time. But you know what? I have it at the house, and I don't get on it every day. We have those ups and downs of how we're feeling. Sometimes I might want to get on my bike versus get on the pole. Because I'm gonna be honest, in Texas here it's cold right now, and that pole get cold.
Hello.
That pole is cold.
Wait a minute, that's a sermon right there. That pole, it gets cold. That pole, it goes down.
It does. Yeah. You can do nothing with a cold pole. Okay,
you sure can. But link it back to life.
That's it. Bring it back. Crazy.
Okay, so would you say that you have any fetishes?
Oh, caught me off guard there. Fetish.
Mm-hmm. Just something that society doesn't think is normal, because it's kinky.
I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
I think there's a couple of things that I would probably call fetishes for me.
Okay, throw them out there. Maybe I might have some, and I don't know. Like,
maybe 5 years ago, I met somebody that liked feet, and I didn't know that feet turned me on too.
Really?
Right. So,
what do you mean? Like,
so, he calls it soul stroking. Mm-hmm. And so you put his penis in the middle of your feet and in the arches of your feet, and you like your second penis.
Really?
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
And you get pleasure out of it.
Yes, child. I was so turned on. I didn't know it. Until you try something, you don't really know.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
So I know. So it's a thing for me now, right? Then I like to be tickled. But I've known this for 20 years now.
So just in the middle of having sex, you just want him to tickle you?
No, foreplay. It's foreplay.
Foreplay. Okay.
So you can tickle me. You kissing me, but then you tickle me.
Okay.
Until I can't breathe, and then you go back to kissing me. And it's just exciting.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then you go from that to maybe kissing my nipples, and then maybe kissing my vagina, pussy, and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely two fetishes for me.
Okay. Well, if I had to think of something, I do like to be choked.
Yeah, so that's kink.
Definitely I do kink. Like a little choke here and there. Don't make me cough. If I start coughing, that means that means too much pressure. But until I start coughing, we're good. We're good to go.
Yes, Lord. Okay, so I'm definitely not into choking, but I have my own reasons. If you ever watched the show, y'all know what's happened to me. So it's trauma for choking. So you can't choke me at all. Okay. And guys, if you're trying something new and you're trying to spice it up, make sure that you have those conversations about those things. Yes. And you have to create a safe space to talk about it without sarcasm, judgment, criticism, all of that, where you can just say, well, okay, this is what happened to me. This is the reason why I don't want to do that. And if it's a traumatic event, leave that alone. Leave it alone. And I'm talking to men and women, leave it alone, because you never know what that trigger could be for them. And then I had a guy that did not listen to me, and he tried to choke me while he was, stroking it. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, immediately. I didn't think about it. It was just an automatic reaction. And I pushed him off me. He fell off the bed.
Oh my.
Yeah. It was that hard.
It was over after that.
Yeah. He was like, what just happened? I said, you don't listen.
I told you, Mike.
I told you.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I repeated myself multiple times so I know that you heard, but did you listen?
Yeah,
and you didn't listen.
That's no good. And, I come across a lot of women who do have trauma when it comes to sex. And a lot of them don't even know it. They just know that, certain times of the month, they may not feel like they want to be touched, or they may not feel like having sex. And that can definitely create problems in a relationship if your partner doesn't know. Right. For one, they don't know what the problem is. They don't know why you don't want to have sex with them. They don't know why you shy away from it. So that's something that's very, very common. I'm sure you see that as well, right?
Mm-hmm. So I'm a marriage boot camp coach that actually starts this week, the 9th through the 12th. If you guys have not signed up for it, it will change your life. Marriage and Life Enrichment Boot Camp. And I'll talk about that at the end of the show. But so in my first group that I was with, so I went to marriage boot camp because they saw me speak at an event, and I saw Elizabeth and Jim Carroll, and I saw Elizabeth, and I came up to her and I asked her to sign my book, and we had a conversation, and her assistant was like, well, you're a coach, right? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, why don't you come to the boot camp and, see how it is. So when you want to refer people, you can refer and we can work together. Right. Awesome. So I went there not thinking that I was coming for me. Right. Like I'm just coming to observe everything. And so I really got some things out of it, but that's not the point of the story at this point. The point is one of the guys that were in my group, he had been raped repeatedly as a child.
Wow.
And so it wasn't his wife that had the trauma, it was him. And so he had not divulged that information. And she tried to do something at one point, like just off of the women. She thought she was being, just creative and fun and whatever. And he immediately went into a vegetative type, crawled in a fetal position type state.
Wow.
And he was like, and this is the first time that he was telling anybody else besides his wife.
Yeah.
And so because as a part of the boot camp, you're purging some things, right? And so he was just saying how he didn't realize that not telling her that this situation would come up at some point for him.
Yeah.
And so that's why I feel like it's so important for you to share and divulge that information and just be transparent, especially if you have, to me, if you're allowing somebody to enter your body or you're putting yourself in somebody else's body, You should be able to have those safe conversations.
Yes, but you and I both know that's not what's happening.
Exactly. but why though? It's because we Netflixing and chill, and we're not having those crucial time frames that we need to get to know somebody before we just hopping into bed with them.
Well, I'm going to tell you what it is, what I think it is. Mm-hmm. I think that it's a false sense of intimacy. You know, a lot of people are just really looking to be intimate. They're looking to have that connection. They're looking to be seen. They're looking to be heard, understood, loved. And they're thinking that is the way to do it. And it's not. And it's not. And sometimes it takes a lifetime to get that and understand that. But once you do feel like, ugh, I'm not letting nobody touch me. I'm not letting nobody in my space if I don't know you and I can't, I can't talk to you or I can't share myself with you, without you being judgmental or not understanding. Like I need somebody, like you said, I need somebody who's going to get in my mind and really stimulate it and make me feel like you see me, I don't want you just touching me in me. I need to know that you feel me, so I really think that's what it is. They're looking for that intimacy.
And so I totally wholeheartedly agree with you because I wind up talking to people. One of my niches, of course, is dating after divorce, right? And so I went into, and mostly women, and, that's whoever God sends to me, it's mostly women. And the thing about it is when you've been I was married for 15 years, I run into people that were married for 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, and, the marriage just dissolved for whatever reason, right? And they're like, well, I just want the same closeness that I had with that person. And unfortunately, how many years did it take you to get to that comfortability with that other person? And so there are several people, including myself when I first got divorced, that I was trying to go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
And that's what you're used to.
Right? Yeah.
It was so natural.
Yeah.
Because I honestly believe I was created to be a wife, not a girlfriend. So I immediately started to do wife things, right? And that's not what this dating world is about.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It is not. It is not.
At all.
And I think that's something that a lot of newly divorced women do because again, we're looking for what we had. We know we can't have it with that person, but we're looking for it for the next person. And then the first person that we come across who seems like they could possibly, feel us or understand us, we kind of just sink into them, and it's usually not what you think it is. And we forget all about the rebound.
Hello?
We forget that's a rebound.
Hello.
And so just trying to make your rebound your, next life partner, it never works. Okay. That ain't him. That's not your husband. Let me just tell you right now. And you just got divorced and you got a new man, or you just left a relationship and you got a new man like that, and y'all close like that. That's not your man. That's not your man. Y'all just bonded right now.
Unless you was messing around beforehand.
Listen,
that's not your man. Just being transparent, right?
But we fall in love with this idea, immediately, because that's what we want, especially if you've been married for a long time, that's what you want.
Right.
You didn't get married just to get divorced. So we fall victim to that sometimes.
And you know what? You said something. You said we forget about the rebound, but some people are ignorant to the rebound to begin with. And I don't use that word ignorant in a bad way. I just mean that we didn't know, right? Yeah. And so a lot of times when you don't have those type of conversations beforehand, you don't think about, oh, this is just my rebound person. You don't think about that until somebody brings it to your forefront that, hey, no. This is just your right now person.
We're just getting you back in the game.
We're just trying to get you back into that.
Trying to get them wheels rolling for you. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, then how hard was it for you to get back to being intimate, maybe, with somebody after your divorce?
That is so funny, because let me tell you, I got to figure out exactly what I want to tell you. It took me a couple months. It took me a couple months to, really get back into the groove of things, just because that was weird. I have been married for 7 years. This is the only person who's, touched me or been anywhere near me in 7 years. And now I am giving myself to somebody else. So that's something I had to kind of wrap my head around, but I know that I have needs. And so that must be fulfilled. So, you really have to take your time and make sure that it's with someone that, it ain't just the delivery guy, the guy that's delivering your furniture, because sometimes we fall victim to those type of people too. So make sure it's not the delivery guy, but it took me a while. It took me a while, and I had to make sure that it was somebody that I wasn't just gonna, regret. I had to make sure it was going to be a safe place for me, that it was going to be a space where I could say no if I wanted to. I had to make sure that I was in a good space and I wasn't going to resent myself afterwards, for doing it. And I really just had to take my time. So that's not something that I rushed. But once I got out the way, it wasn't no problem after that. Child, it was like riding a bike, child. ain't missed a beat.
I love it. I love it so much. So with that, I'm getting ready to turn 40 March 26th. Okay. I say that, thank you. I say that to say there's a lot of things that I don't do anymore that I was doing in my 20s and in my 30s. And what I've realized is that my toys really keep me out of trouble. Okay? Because I have several people that I could pick up the phone and call, but I know those are not the people for me.
Exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm. I think every person has that standby person that you can be like, I need it.
But let me tell you, let's talk about that really quickly, because that's hard. That's a hard knock life, because people are not consistent. They don't want to show up. They want to show up 2 hours late. That's a hard knock life, child. That is a hard knock life. I'm trying to tell you. If you ain't got no in-house dick, oh boy.
Okay.
Say a prayer, baby.
So let me tell you what has kept me near the cross, okay?
Okay. But you know what? Let me ask you, near the cross, Miss Preacher's Child. So some people think that that's a sin. Some people think that masturbation is a sin.
Okay, so if you're a holy roller, get off my page right now, okay? Because I'm gonna be completely transparent, right? I am a preacher's kid. My godmother was a pastor. My mom was a pastor, right? And so I was raised in the church. I never was talked about sex, like from those two people. I didn't get those conversations. I was not taught how a healthy relationship should look like. Yeah. I was not taught about sex at all. To be quite honest, I was actually the one talking to the other kids about sex and schooling them about sex way before I ever became who I am now. Wow. Right? Wow. I used to have real talks in my house, and we would have 50 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. It was huge though. 50 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm talking about couples, married couples, dating couples, single people, and all having these real live conversations. And I was the center of it because I was pouring out into them, right? Yeah. So what I do, I feel like I am doing God's work too, because there are too many people that are doing things out here that they don't have no business doing, right? For the wrong reasons, because they weren't educated. And we as a church, especially as Black people, we want to talk about abstinence and keeping Jesus near to our heart and keeping your legs closed and not masturbating, because masturbating is a sin. But my God, today, sometimes you have to be able to satisfy yourself in the moment so that you don't go out there and do everything with Tom, Dick, Harry, Sheila, Jan, Susie, whoever.
Preach.
So I'm sorry if this does not fit into your biblical text. I'm sorry. However, this is what has kept me. This right here, this lovely thing. If you've been on my page, my TikTok, my Reels on Facebook or Instagram, you have seen this wonderful thing, this wonderful contraption that is moving around in my hand. She is called Queen. And you stick your clit in the middle of that. Or if you want to use it for penis play, shaft, testicles, all of that, the taint, all of those things. It's wonderful for them if you have a partner, right? Mm-hmm. But for me in my house, this keeps me from making a phone call to somebody I should not make a phone call to.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. And we all need that.
I haven't tried that one.
I haven't tried.
Oh, Father, in the name.
That ain't playing no games.
Take you out in about 2 minutes.
That's all you need. I came for a good time.
Hello.
Not a long time, baby.
And then this one is the original OG. Okay, so this was one of the original toys on the line when Candy started the line in 2011, and the first consultants really came out in 2012. But this is called Candy Kisses. And I usually at my parties, I tell people to put it on your nose because it simulates the same skin and texture of your clit, and it's waterproof. 7 different speeds.
I've sold quite a few of these.
Yes. hey now.
Yes, because it's so discreet. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it falls out your purse on accident, you know, it's not something that you have to be embarrassed about. So
if your kids walk around with it for a second,
it's okay.
It's nothing that they're gonna think that, oh, this is not safe for me.
Exactly.
Oh, it just looks like a lipstick.
Hopefully they don't put it in their mouth.
Right, that part. I mean, mine always stay clean because
you never know.
We have that antibacterial. Exactly. All of that. And then one other thing that is probably my favorite, and it is probably the most slept on toy, and I'm gonna let Serena talk about it because it's called Womanizer Pro.
The Womanizer Pro. This is one of my absolute favorite vibrators, and let me tell you why. Because I've purchased quite a few vibrators, mostly from Amazon, right? Just because that's, it's convenient, and it's cheap, and so I never really just put a lot of thought into it. I just need something to stimulate me. But this is customized. It has 6 different, 10 different. 10. I just need one, okay? 3 is 3. The level 3 is for me, okay? And so the good thing about this is that it has this sucking motion that it does, and it uses an air.
It's pleasure
air technology, and so it really feels like somebody's right on that pussy, right? And so that's what I love most. Another thing that I love about this is that the battery life, oh my goodness.
Right.
Because I don't know about you, but I don't always think to plug it up. I'm going to be honest with you. My man don't like to see it plugged up, right? For some reason, he doesn't like to see it plugged up. So when I plug it up, I have to plug it up when he's at work.
I put mine in the car, though.
I don't know what it
USB
is.
Chargeable. So.
Exactly. It's USB chargeable, but, he just doesn't want to see it because he doesn't want to feel like something else is, pleasing me besides him. But
can we talk about that?
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Because there are so many men that feel that way. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people that everything can be a couple's toy.
It can.
We can use this thing together. It is not to replace you. It is to enhance our experience.
And let me tell you why I like to use this one with him, because usually if you have a bigger, one, and maybe even the lipstick one, they're going to feel that vibration just as much as you're feeling it. So it might make them come kind of fast. And I don't like that. Okay.
Right.
So this one is not that same. It's not as powerful, and it's using that different technology. So it's right there on the clit. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be vibrating him as intense, and he's not going to come that fast. So that's why this is one of my favorites. Because I need him to laugh.
Hello? Yes, just definitely need him to laugh. So speaking of that, okay. So let's talk about this then. Let's talk about it. Let's talk.
This
is a cock ring. Okay, so if you're not familiar with a cock ring goes over his penis, right? And there's multiple ways that you can put this over his penis. Now, you always want to make sure that you use lube with this. Because he's not real, I'm just slipping him on, right? But so you want to put this near his testicles, and here's 2 ways that you can do it. He can be doing it from the back, right? And you're getting all of the vibrations. So this definitely vibrates, okay? You're getting all of the vibrations as he's going in and out. Or you can sit on that thing and your clit is touching this every time that you go down, right? And so, but if you can't handle all the vibrations, but you want to restrict his blood flow because he comes too fast, right? It's very safe that it can restrict his blood flow. So that's what this is doing. However, you can put it underneath his balls, and I just pulled it all the way out, but you can put it underneath his balls so that he gets the vibration underneath it. You're still getting a little bit of vibe, but he's getting most of it.
See, I don't need my man having all that vibration. That's just too much stimulation for him at one time, child.
So what I do like about this is that you can take the vibrating ring off. And here's a little something that I like to do with it. And I know you probably can't hear it, but maybe you might be able to hear the vibrations. But like when you might, can't hear what you're doing. What you doing?
What you doing?
What? So what that does to him is it's getting all the vibrations on the tip of his shaft. If you're a deep throater and you put it on right here and you do it this way, he's going to get it that way as well. And he's going to feel it all through the shaft and the head of his penis. And guys, don't forget that little frenulum part. It sends them, even if you don't use a toy and you just massage it with your fingers while you
Gotta get good with the fingers.
If you need some help, I do offer a class called Speaking to the Mic. But we can talk about that later. However, so if you are having lymph noodle issues, erectile dysfunction issues, Rise and Shine. We have another one called Embrace Me, which I didn't put out on the table today. It helps, definitely helps.
So so that's good to know because that's something I didn't know. But I think a lot of women, it's a common thing that a lot of men go through, especially as they get older. I know we don't like to talk about that, but as you get older, I'll be honest, women, we want sex more as we get older, and men, they usually be on the decline. So. So the restricting the blood flow, I didn't realize that. So then that's a good tip to try and make them last a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely experienced someone with it, so I do have that firsthand experience as well, and it really, really helped. Okay. He used to have 2 or 3 minutes ejaculations, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get back up. I'm gonna get you back up so that we can go do this again. But then I added the cock ring to it, and he was lasting for a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes actually, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
A much better experience. And not that he was bad at what he was doing, right? Because he was passionate, he was giving me what I needed. He just wasn't lasting as long as I needed him.
I hear that so much. I hear that so often. Let me ask you this though. Do you feel like you can be with someone and stay happy with someone if they can't make you come? Just from regular, intercourse. If they can only make you come maybe by eating you out, but they cannot make you come from intercourse. Do you think that's a sustainable relationship?
Yes. And the only reason I say that is because I have not met a man that I could not teach to please me. It just hasn't happened to me.
Okay.
Only because most of the men that I've been with, even if they were resistant at first, they were teachable and they wanted to please me.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. And so, I just coach them through,
So there's nothing wrong with teaching your man what you like.
Exactly.
There's no shame in it.
And here's what I hear from 35 to 50 something. Oh, he should just know.
Yeah.
Baby, has he ever been with you before? So he doesn't know your body. He doesn't know what you like. And that's the point. You got to teach him exactly what you like. Every woman and every man is different. That's all.
I cringe when I'm like on social media, scrolling and I hear, you shouldn't have to tell him what you like, or you shouldn't have to tell him, you shouldn't have to teach your man. And it just makes me cringe because it's like people. Nobody can read your mind. Right. Hell, sometimes you don't even know what the hell you want. So how do you expect your man or your woman to be able to know what you want without you actually telling them?
Absolutely. So
that's another thing. That's another form of intimacy, is being able to communicate with your partner what you need, because it's a vulnerable moment for you to be able to allow them to not only hear you, but actually do something about it. Because anybody can say, yeah, I hear you. But if you actually take the time out to say, okay, this is what she needs, this is what she wants, this is what I'm going to do, That's a different level of intimacy,
right?
You know, and that's
absolutely,
you need that.
And as we start to wrap up a little bit, there's two things I want to talk. I want to talk about my Spice course, but I'll do that at the very end. However, there's one thing that I want to talk about that you also have over there as well. Now, here's the thing about spicing some things up, right? Mm-hmm. First of all, and I have a little friend over here behind me that I just want to bring out. Okay. 5.2 seconds. Okay.
I love it.
If you don't know, this is the vagina, right? So the actual hole is the vagina, right? And this is the vulva, inner lips and outer lips, right? And then this is the little happy button, her clitoris, okay?
I love clit.
Like right underneath here would be the urethra where we pee out of, okay? So if you didn't know that, I'm just giving you some information today, right? But here's the thing: before I have sex, I like to make sure that I get so fresh and so clean. Mm. And this is vegan friendly, paraben free, glycerin free. It's a foaming intimate wash. It's very safe. I have one of the most sensitive vaginas that you ever have, and I can use this every single day. You just press the button one time, and you get all of these different areas. You never want to clean inside of your vagina because the vagina is self-cleaning. Okay. But you want to clean around the clit, urethra, and vulva area and all of that. But then when I'm done, when I've gotten fresh out of that shower, so you want to talk about hot cakes? Okay?
Hot cakes. So hot cakes, I love it because it has that the smell. So that's going to be stimulating the sense of the smell. Yes, it smells just like hot pancakes with my maple syrup in the morning on a Sunday morning, nice hot dripping, right? You put that you could just put it in between your legs, right? You want to put it in the spots that you know he gonna be at, so that can stimulate him. So whether that be on your nipples or whether that be on your body, wherever you want to put it at that he like to sniff or whatever, put it on your thighs, put it right there around the urethra, put it where you want it, and he's going to sniff his way to where you want him to be. He's gonna sniff his way right where you want him to. You could use it as a little dog trail for him. You know what I'm saying? Make him sniff his way to the pancake.
Right.
Lead him.
And it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and it leaves the good bacteria and takes away the bad bacteria, and it won't mess up your pH balance.
I love that.
And it just leaves you nice and fresh and moisturizes that vulva area too. Oh my goodness. And every time I put it in my inner thighs, I put it underneath my arms actually too. And along with our bosom buddy, or what is our actual name, because that's not it anymore. We changed the name of it. But bosom buddy goes underneath your breast, but I put hot cakes underneath there too. And I drizzle it here too. So people are like, girl, you smell so good. What is that?
Smell like Sunday morning.
Smell like little pancakes, right?
Yeah, little pancakes.
So there's a lot of things that goes into making sure if you're going to spice up your relationship that those areas, those hygiene areas are
small
taken care
things.
of.
Very small, subtle things can make a huge difference.
And we came out with one called Sugar Daddy for men as well. And mine is in the mail, but I haven't gotten it yet. But every consultant that I've talked to is like, it has that clean smell.
Nothing like a clean smelling man.
Same things that it does for us for them.
Yeah, like kind of like. Does it work like pheromones or no?
Yeah, I think it has pheromones in it as well. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. Don't quote me on that.
Okay,
but yeah. Amazing. So I didn't even get to half the things on the table, but you'll have to have a bedroom candy party. And either one of us will get you together, right? So last thing I want to talk about today is my SPICE course. So SPICE stands for me for sensuality, passion, intimacy, communication, and excitement. Okay. And so sensuality is what the five senses, what you touch, hear, smell, all of that good stuff. Passion, it depends on what passion looks like for you, right? It could be from Serena talking about she wanted to be choked, right? Or to me, where I don't want you to choke me, right? But I would like you to pick me up and throw me on the bed or throw me on the wall. Or, it's just that kiss me passionately, right? The intimacy comes with our love language. languages? How are you catering to our love languages, whether it's gifts, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation. Yeah. If it's one of those, you got to cater to that person with those things, right? And how does that lead? That leads to your intimacy, because you're going to give them those things. Like Patricia is definitely an acts of service type chick. If you open that door and take all the groceries out the way for her, or if you go get her oil change in her car, do those small things that she would normally have to do, then she's going to be like, Ping!
You don't got to work as hard. You do not have to work. Listen, if you are loving your lady right, you do not have to do a whole lot of foreplay.
Right. That is the foreplay.
That's the foreplay.
Hello? That's preheating the oven, okay? And so intimacy, communication, oh my God, I could talk for hours and hours and hours.
Okay.
What's yours is mine. Okay, sorry. Okay. But I could talk for hours about communication. It is so important to make sure that you try to understand your mate and create that safe space so that you can have these type of conversations, whether it be the bedroom conversations or the housework or the friends and family or the kids or any of those things, money, because those are actually the top 5 things that cause divorce, that lead to divorce.
Yeah. And the thing about it is I realize that's something that we women, sometimes we really struggle with, creating a safe space for our men to be able to be honest and vulnerable about who they are. And I think I can't speak for all communities, but I know in the Black community for sure, we that's an opportunity for us to, allow our men to be men, allow them to be human beings, because sometimes we make them feel like they just have to be this super person who doesn't express emotion or express how they feel.
Right.
And sometimes, they give us opportunities to express themselves and we blow it, just by responding incorrectly or inappropriately. So that's a huge opportunity for us to be able to connect with our men like that.
Absolutely. And then the E is for excitement. Spontaneity.
Need it.
Role play.
Need it.
Hello. Let's just go drive down to Austin on a whim and go get a hotel room and don't go nowhere. Like, just stay in a hotel room, rose petals. Whatever the case may be, whatever is spontaneity to you. I always use this example of pretend to meet them at a bar or a hotel, and it's a one-night stand with your boo, right?
No.
Change your name. My name is Renee. Hey, how you doing?
With a different wig.
With a different, y'all know I'm known for those.
We can switch the hair up for you. What you want.
You don't have to cheat on your mate. You can cheat with your mate, okay? But that's a whole nother show. But my S.P.I.C.E course starts, it's a 30-day challenge. You get 30 days of 2 options to do something to spice up your sexy with your mate. And I go live for 30 days. It is in a private group. You also get 2 products from our line, or you get our Passion and Pink Spray, which I'll talk to you guys about later, because those don't have to do with bedroom candy, but they have been very useful in my candyology coaching practice, especially if you have low libido. And so you get, and guest speakers. I have one of our CEOs of BK. She will be a guest live in the group.
Nice.
I have other sex experts that are coming through, other relationship coaches that are coming through. So you don't just get me, you get a whole bunch. Okay. So it's $65, which is really cheap. I want you to go price some other sex coaches in their courses and their classes and see if my prices are definitely comparable, right? So it starts on March 1st. It goes to March 31st, and you can definitely get it on candyologycs.com. And just let me know. DM me, inbox me if you want to know more about it. I want you to plug yourself one more time to tell them where you can get Miss the Life and Dating Coach. Yes, ma'am, Miss Serena Love. Yeah.
Serena Love Coaching, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me on all 3 platforms.
Yes, and she is dope, y'all. And so, of course, you can always find me at Candyology CS on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. I'm not that active on Twitter, so don't look for me there that much. However,
is Twitter dying? I think, is Twitter dying?
No, it's just for a different group.
Okay. It's a different.
Some people are very successful on Twitter, and that's all they really look at: Twitter and Snapchat and TikTok. Those are their man, girl. But
Oh, wow.
to me, I found it more with our 20 to 30 group. Like that's where and younger. So, but guys, so I shall be back. My next guest next week will be Miss Lisa Anderson. And if you've been on my Facebook page, you know she is the author of The Mud Cake. It is a children's book, but the reason I'm having her on my show is not only to talk about the mud cake, but her relationships. She's on her second marriage. She's been through some things with her kids, her mother, and so she's a great asset to bring from our older generation. She's turning 60 this year, and so I just want to pick her brain a little bit, and I guarantee you will have a lot of fun listening to her. She's so creative and dramatic, and all. If you think I'm dramatic, well, y'all. Father. So tune in for that show next week. I am wishing you love-filled days and orgasmic nights. Have a great day.
Bye.